Librans, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for October 2022. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I will also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Librans, this is your monthly reading. Firstly, I'd like to say happy birthday to all those wonderful Librans who've already had their birthday. And of course, happy birthday to all of the ones who have yet to come. And let's see what's coming out for you in the cards. Now, the new moon is in your sign, my beautiful Librans. So balance, harmony, and a much more pleasant energy is starred for us all, not just for you. You will see important impacts and improvements after struggles. Things that you've been battling away at become easier during this period. Now, the beginning of the month is really great for business, but it's also great for, attracting new love. But most importantly, it is about getting clear and getting centered in your energy. Now, 3 planets turn direct this month, just so you're aware. This is a very philosophical month for you as well as you hit your birthday milestone. As I said, I'm going to get all your cards first. There's 3 planets turning direct this month. So they can bring big changes, not just on a personal level, but in terms of the world, okay? Mercury goes direct, so that's really positive in terms of communication and things going much easier. You may have had lots of things go wrong during Mercury retrograde, but of course, things turn direct and a lot things start getting moving in the right direction. Also, we've got Pluto and Saturn going direct as well. Now, Pluto can bring the hidden to light. So anything that has been kept from you or from the collective, it all comes out to the light. And Saturn, of course, is all about rules, regulations, restrictions. Now, what's interesting is we have Mars going retrograde right at the end of the month. And Mars in retrograde at the end of the month coincides with that new moon eclipse, which is in Scorpio. Now, that can bring exhilarating but also shocking changes. Eclipses bring uncertainty, and they also amplify fears and things like that. So, especially since Scorpio energy rules things like, taxes, finances, and economics, and pensions and all of those things, it can mean that there are sudden changes or shifts during Scorpio season regarding those arenas. Now, I only say that because it occurs in October and I'm doing a monthly reading there. So just be aware, this is a time to, protect finances, make sure you get everything all in order and things like that. So definitely, it can just mean that there's a little bit of, a glitch in the matrix. It doesn't have to be this big radical change. So it depends on what Mars has in store for us, because Mars in retrograde is actually a more peaceful energy. But because of the eclipse, it's like a little bit unpredictable, okay? Now, also, when we have major climaxes like Mars retrograding, of course, it can bring crisis energy. So things that have been going, being difficult around the world, for example, world events can meet like a crisis point where things need to change for the positive. Now, do remember that there is positive energy coming out there because Venus steps in as we move towards the middle and end of the month. So it brings a much more loving outcome or a much more positive outcome, okay? So I just want you to be aware of that. We have a full moon in Aries. So that's on the 9th of October. So you will feel more revitalized in your energy. You'll definitely be headed in the right direction, refocusing and recommitting to your goals. Anything or any area of your life you feel like you've been caught off track, you get back on target. Okay, so whether it's a diet that you've fallen off the wagon from, or whether it is you've not been exercising as much as you would hope for, you may not be making progress in your career, expect to move forward. Okay, now I'm just going to start with the beginning energy for you. I just want to also say this is a pivotal month for everybody. Okay, I just want you to be aware of that. And in particular, your first house is activated, which is all about the self. It's about identity, and it's about how you value yourself and what you give your time, your care, and your energy towards. I definitely see this month for you being very introspective and also being very philosophical and very focused on your own needs, which is not a selfish act. It's all about you. This month is all about you, apart from when it's a little bit about Scorpio right at the end. But the 7th house is also starred for you, which is all about relationships, things coming into balance. It can be relationships with friends, you know, much more peaceful relationships, commitments, but also lovers, romantic partners, you know, competitive arenas, you know, you doing really well in competitive circumstances. So it is actually a much nicer energy as we move throughout the month. But of course, we've got those really odd planetary shifts right at the end. Now, the first card we got here is the Hermit, introspection. So this is your protagonist energy. You may feel like disconnecting, going off grid, and especially as it's your, you know, your birthday month, my beautiful Librans, a lot of you are like missing in action. It's like, where did Libra go? There's part of you is like, you know what? I really can't deal with that. If you need to focus on something or trying to work something out, trying to accomplish something, you may go off grid to really focus on it. The Hermit is someone who is very intelligent, a wise old sage or mentor. So some of you may be seeking guidance or seeking answers. Maybe even you're listening to your inner guidance to really listen to your heart and find time to meditate or contemplate the next sort of step on your path. Okay, you're listening to your inner voice. This is a card for a temporary timeout. You may feel exhausted. You may have been doing a lot of sort of overworking yourself, and it feels like an energy where you're taking the foot off the brakes a little. The foot off the pedal. It's almost like you're putting the brakes on a little bit at the beginning of the month, but as we move throughout the month, you're definitely moving forward and quite quickly. Okay, but there's a call here for, it's almost like you're in hibernation mode. That's why I'm feeling this hibernation mode here. Now, when the Hermit goes into the cave, it means they're feeling pretty overwhelmed with world circumstances. So you may have been watching a lot of news, or you may have been feeling really bombarded by people's attention or things at work. Everything feels like it's been overloading. You may have even felt a little bit extra sensitive to sound recently as well. But you're taking a necessary time out to regroup your energy, your strength, and it's for your personal growth, okay? This is to gain new perspective on life. Sometimes we need to take a step back to take stock of what we've got, where we are right now, and where we want to go next. Remember, 6 planets were in retrograde, but by the time you get this reading, you know, we've got 3 planets turning direct, which means there are big shifts. And if you've been feeling like you've been taking 2 steps forward, 4 steps back, you may have actually taken some time out to really regroup and refocus in order to take the next step. Now, we've got the Hierophant, and it is in the resistance position. So some of you, with all of the retrogrades and the planets going direct, you may feel a lesson comes back around for you, or even a second chance to have a do-over in your career or a friendship or a love relationship. Because I definitely get this energy of you learning from something and applying it to your situation. When you get this card in the resistance position, it indicates you've not really been listening to your inner guide. Okay, sometimes you also may not have had faith on your path. You may have doubted yourself or your intuition. Some of you may have even lapsed with regarding faith or belief systems, but you're getting back on track. This is a card of reconnecting to something you believe in, or reigniting your belief in yourself. This is about having faith, but also if you're seeking guidance, because this is to seek guidance and this is to receive guidance. So I definitely get the energy of some of you, if you're wanting to learn more about a craft or learn more about yourself or your career or love, whatever it is you're wanting to learn about. They always say when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And I feel that is the way things are going to be for you in the next 4 to 5 weeks, because it's almost like whatever you want at all is going to show up for you. Okay, whatever you've been focusing on, you're going to suddenly realize it's appearing for you. So thoughts are becoming things. Now I really feel like this is connected to a dream. You may have felt really uncertain on some part of your path trying to obtain a goal, but know that you will accomplish it. They're showing me that you will capture a dream, or you'll capture something that you've been trying to accomplish. They want you to be aware of that. But the inner teacher is to have faith, to go inwards. I mean, the 3 cards that you've got are major. They are literally like very philosophical. You've got the Hermit going inwards for guidance, the inner teacher, and you've got the intuition. So this month is all about looking inwards, noticing what your intuition or your hunches are telling you, and really listening to them, because they're going to pay off really well for you. They're going to put you in a really good position. I feel you've taken some time out to really think about something. The outcome energy is trusting your intuition, knowing that it's bang on point, but it's also a card of secrecy, the unknown. So some of you may have gone off grid to really think about something that you're not telling people. Maybe it's something you've been worrying about, because we got the 9 of Swords here. It's a card of worry. You've been worrying about something in particular. But with the 7 of Pentacles, it's almost like have patience. The day will be saved. I feel like things are going to work out in your favor. I'm going to pull a quick card on this, because remember, also Pluto and Saturn in the mix. It does mean whatever is hidden does come to light. So some of you may be trying to do a new project, or you may be trying to activate something different, create something different in your world, and you're keeping it to yourself because you don't want it to be jinxed, or you don't want anyone to sort of derail you. So I feel like there's something here that's very personal, because this feels like a lot of personal growth going on throughout this month in particular. But it's almost like your birthday month really makes you take stock of, another year. What have you accomplished? Where are you right now? Where do you want to go? There's a lot of inner wisdom, a lot of, inner learning going on for you, and a lot of maturing, and not just in age, but in terms of spiritual growth. Some of you may even want to, or feel compelled to, take yourself away on a retreat for your birthday, or a weekend away, in order to have peace and quiet, or some sort of, you may go on some sort of course to enhance your spiritual gifts, because this month seems to all be about connecting to your intuition, your psychic gifts, because you have a lot of psychic ability. There's got to be, I feel like there's lots of psychic connections, lots of psychic messages, and you may get a lot of sort of symbols and signs from your guides as you move throughout the month, just to let you know that their presence is there and they're sending you a lot of love. Okay, now before I even go on to your reading, they're showing me a tennis match. I'm going to clarify this intuition card before I move forward. I'm only taking the uprights in this deck, but they're showing me a tennis match right now in the water. Now, tennis matches, it can mean that you're going back and forth on something, or you may feel like you're caught in some sort of game, or maybe you're in some sort of competitive arena. I mean, it may literally mean that you are going for a game of tennis. I can't imagine you're listening to this reading as you're playing tennis. That would be just defeat the point, shall we say. So tennis, it could also be that you feel like you have a rival, or it can mean that allegorically, it can mean that you have been trying to balance positive and negative energy. Okay, my guides are giving me something. One moment, please. Okay. So they've given me that, I'm going to have to look this up because I don't know this. The French word for tennis is to take heed. Take heed. Now, to take heed, of course, is to, pay attention, I guess. Take heed. Maybe you've been giving as good as you get in your life, or take heed. Pay attention. Maybe it's about how a person serves, or take heed to pay attention to the things that you're attracting at this time. I'm not really sure. Take heed is a cautionary energy. Take heed is like caution. Let me just pull a quick card on that. I'm going to show you this one first. I was clarifying the intuition card. So Five of Wands in reverse indicates, you know, improvements after difficulty, struggles, there is harmony and success. Your problems will be resolved, but you may need to go inwards to find guidance or seek answers. I'm just going to pull a card on the tennis. I mean, it may literally mean that after this reading, you see something regarding tennis. Maybe it's on the TV or on your laptop, or you may go out into the wide world, go shopping, and you may see an advert for tennis or a game of tennis. So please take it as it resonates. The Fool card in the reverse. Take heed. Now the Fool card in the reverse indicates being unprepared for a leap of faith, or yeah, being unprepared for a new start. The Death card, feeling stuck or resisting a new start. Take heed. Sometimes changes are good. Sorry, I'm only taking the uprights in this deck. Unprepared for a new start, having to take a leap of faith, things feeling stagnant, and things are changing around you. Both these cards are a card of change. Sorry, I'm looking in the water at this tennis match. It's still going back and forth, back and forth. So I'm not really sure what this means. And I also don't know when tennis season is. I think tennis season is probably past, but I don't really know. Something you're not seeing. Take heed. Eight of Swords. Now, what I have to say is that the outcome energy is positive. So whatever this is that you're not expecting, and take heed, whatever that message is for, they're indicating something you're worrying about. It actually works out in your favor, and fate steps in, and there's movement and success. Even in uncertain times, I feel like there is good things coming towards you. But they are giving me that message, take heed. And so far, Eight of Swords says something you're not seeing. So be really clear, open your eyes, use your intuition. I mean, that's what the Eight of Swords is. She blindfolds herself so she can use her other senses. But she's protected. All the swords are pointed down. There's no threat. But it's about using your inner senses, your inner guides, to take heed of what it's really telling you. So it can be like, pay attention to what your intuition is telling you during the month, because it's important. There's major change here. I mean, the Fool card and the Death card symbolizes new paths, new doors opening, releasing the old, shedding the old, embracing the new. So take heed to what your intuition is telling you. I don't feel like it's anything untoward or negative. I'm not getting that energy, but I'm going to look it up as well just to see if that's what it means. But I'm just going to leave it there. The tennis match has disappeared now, so I'm going to move on. Now, this is the start. This is your starting energy, Knight of Swords, making lifestyle changes, and big ones, okay? This is a card of bravery. This is a card of being a warrior. Things are going to start gathering momentum, okay? This is a card of having the courage to take action and accomplish a goal, because knights tend to be very goal-oriented, and each knight tells a story of how they're going to get there. And you're going to get there with clear vision, honesty, integrity, hard work, but you're going to make swift movements towards your goal, and there's going to be a positive outcome that's assured. But you're clear thinking and you've got a goal in sight. That's what this card literally means. And the Knight of Swords indicates you're going to find a way to accomplish this, maybe even a fast-paced way to get to where you want to go after a period of stagnancy or things just not moving in the right direction. The Knight of Swords says you're on your way. Some of you may be traveling, as I said there, maybe compelled to take a vacation or even a spiritual retreat. Some of you may be relocating. But I feel like things get a little bit more fast-paced at work for you. Whenever you get this card, this is about swift reactions. I mean, maybe that's what tennis is about, swift reactions to something you're being served. Okay, so maybe it's pay attention. You're adapting to a new way of thinking, a new way of behaving, and you're like, your brain synapses are going to be like really on point. You're making progress, but it requires swift reactions and responses. But whenever you get this card, it is guaranteed that there is a positive outcome. The challenges here are the Magician, the Creatrix. Now, this is a challenge position which you will overcome by the end of the month. The Magician in this position indicates you may feel lack of energy, lack of drive. You know what you need to do, but you may feel like your energy is scattered, or you may have moments of procrastinating. Okay, now that's okay. We all have moments of procrastination, but it's about getting clear and sort of limiting distractions so that you're not derailed from your path. Also, the Magician in this card can also indicate lack of planning or not seeing something coming. So I would really pay close attention to your intuition. But they are indicating that you're very talented at what you do, and you're going to be very highly productive in the month of October. Even though there's going to be moments of feeling like procrastination, or you feel a little bit like powerless to change your circumstances, suddenly you get that revitalized energy from that full moon in Aries. Okay, so I mean, this is an Aries card, so you're definitely going to get influences in those areas. Some of you are going to want to be bold, have new ideas, and think outside the box, and actually push boundaries and do things that you've not done before. You're exploring new territory as we move throughout the month. That's what I'm definitely feeling. And I feel whatever it is you do, you're actually, at the top of your game. This is a card of talent, precision, concentration, focus, and taking the initiative. So I feel like your manifestation skills are highly on point, okay? So whatever it is you are thinking of, if you're going inwards for answers, of course, be mindful that you're thinking in the positive. If you're searching through the negative in order to process old wounds or learn from past situations, remember to process and leave it behind. Don't dwell in that negative energy, because you're highly magnetic in the month of October. So I feel like you're manifesting your visions and you're turning them into reality, okay? This is a card of magical moments. I feel just things working out in your favor, okay? They're actually giving me a song right now. It's quite I feel like this is something like a 70s or 80s song. I mean, I can't imagine it's 90s, but anyway, maybe this has even come up before. I don't really know. Whatever you want, whatever you like, whatever you say, make your money, make your choice. What? I think that's what the song says. It's a masculine energy singing the song. Whatever you want, whatever you like, whatever you say, pay your money and make your choice. Okay, so I mean, I'm not really sure how that reading resonates. I mean, to say whatever you want, whatever you like, whatever you're attracting it. So maybe that's what that means. I don't know the song per se, so I mean, in the recesses of my mind, it seems familiar, but I don't really know it. So I can't tell you like the lyrics or what it's actually about, the song. But I mean, it sounds like whatever the person wants, they're going to get. So be careful. Be careful what you wish for, because you're attracting things at high speed in the month of October. Now, this card is also about power. You're looking at situations, especially with that Hangman and the Seven of Pentacles, at where you give your power away, where you feel restricted. So I feel like you're being a little bit more discerning about the energy that you keep, the people that you spend time with. I feel like you're really like, if you feel not good in a situation or a person's company, I really feel like you're keeping yourself to yourself and focusing on your own needs in the month of October. What is below you? Three of Wands, a lot of opportunity. You may have had bigger questions as you moved into this month, and you may be asking, am I on the right path? Because this is a card of you sort of reevaluating and wondering what opportunities are out there. You're waiting for the right moment. This is a card of enterprise, of waiting, observing, sort of anticipating. I mean, it's interesting that the Three of Wands, she's waiting. And there was that take heed. It's like, pay attention. So I feel the answer is yes, you're on the right track, because this card actually solidifies that question with yes, you are on the right track. You're making good choices for yourself, and you're attracting what you need in this situation, or whatever situation, whatever your heart's desire is, you're attracting that. But you must believe in yourself. Don't give away your personal power, okay? Also, the Three of Wands is something that you're anticipating or expecting or waiting for is showing up for you. There's news. It is opposite. Pages bring news. You got a Page of Wands in this position. So I feel like some of you are embracing new projects or new ideas, but I feel some of you are going to be compelled to like explore new territory, either in your work circumstances or in your career path, or even like in love. Some of you may feel compelled to like go out of town or out of your daily routine and try out that new sort of coffee store just outside town, or you may find a different way to work, you know, things like that. You're shaking up the energy. What is in the past position? Well, you've set yourself up for a very stable position. The Four of Pentacles indicates grounding, okay? It's also, as you can see, coming into balance, coming into your own self. Because even though it's a Four of Pentacles and that's all about earth energy, the scales represent you finding balance in all situations. Some of you have been really safeguarding your finances or protecting your finances or looking at your money long term, and you're trying to put yourself in a really good position. You're making more money because the Four of Pentacles is going to the Seven of Pentacles. So I actually see you saving a little bit more money than usual. Even though you may feel it's been difficult in the past, you're going to surprise yourself in the month of October where you are saving a little bit more than usual, okay? Four of Pentacles also is the miser of the deck. I just want you to be aware of that. And it can mean sometimes that if we cut ourselves off from going out and having fun or connecting to people, and our focus is work or accomplishments, and it's always goals, and you're always like moving forward, you're not spending time building memories. Okay, so it's almost like let go of control. Sometimes you can live a little, let your hair down. So if you feel like in some areas of your life, my beautiful Librans, that you've been a homebody or you've not been embracing fun or sort of carefree energy, this is like an indication, you know, all things are in balance. You're in a solid foundation. Allow yourself to let loose a little bit more, okay? Now, the Page of Wands is a very curious energy. It is a childlike spirit embracing new sort of situations or new ideas. This is a card of finding your purpose and being in the flow, having new ideas and knowing that they've got value, allowing yourself to dream big because you're capable of accomplishing great things. When you get this Page of Wands, this is about taking the initiative. That vitality returns. Also, this is about your commitment and your drive to creating wonderful opportunities for you. Now, this figure here, she's holding like a record. So again, it's like something coming back around. You may have felt like things are going back and forth, around and round, round and round, ever changing. No, it's almost like nothing ever changes. But because the Page of Wands, it's like her attention is elsewhere. She's aware that the record is going to be like on repeat all the time. But it's like, let's look further afield for a little bit more interesting energy that can ignite my passion, something that's going to excite me. So I feel like, you know, the potential here is to step out of comfort zones and embrace new energy, embrace adventure. Some of you may actually want to travel. This is you being more active, more creative, acting on impulse, being a little bit more spontaneous than usual. And I feel like if you're looking for love, okay, I definitely feel like there is someone that you will have a little bit of a frizz-on with this person. There's chemistry between you and a person. You may be messaging someone back and forth, back and forth. You've been waiting for a long time for a connection. So if that's you, I definitely see you connecting to somebody new that excites you, brings a little bit more, you know, joie de vivre into the everyday. Now, I will pull a card on that right at the end, because in the near future position, we got the Nine of Swords. So either you're anticipating something and you're worrying about it. Maybe you feel like there's no opportunities headed your way right now, or you're feeling things are in a humdrum kind of, you know, mundane energy. Nine of Swords says you've got anxiety. It can also mean that you had trouble sleeping. Now, of course, because we have the first house of identity, it is a house that empowers us. But if we feel like we're not happy with some of the things that we've experienced or the way that we are in a situation, it can bring up like fears or anxiety. So I just want to pull a card on this Nine of Swords in particular to see what's going on there for you. I'm only reading the uprights in this deck, just so you're aware. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Librans? What do they need to know about this Nine of Swords? Okay, so It's about not wanting to make a wrong move or a wrong decision because you have a new focus. There's another page here. Now, pages bring news, okay, but they also bring new focus and learning. So this page in particular indicates you have a beautiful mind, and sometimes it works overtime. And if you're curious about something, or you are trying to find the truth on something, sometimes, you know, we can feel a little bit anxious because the Seven of Cups is like our imagination can run away with us. That's what the Seven of Cups literally means. There's, you know, our imagination is running wild and free. So sometimes when we're investigating a new path, or we're trying to experience new lands, or, you know, whether it's a new job, whether it's you relocating, whether it's you doing something monumental in your life that is new, sometimes we worry about it. Sometimes we have sleepless nights about it. But they want you to be aware that trust the process. The universe has got your back. You're moving forward. There's a lot of success. There's nothing to worry about. And they want you to be aware of that, okay? Some of you may actually be headhunted within your career. I definitely see that there's somebody who's got their eye on you already. They have feelings for you. I definitely feel that. I'm not sure how you feel about this person. Let me just see how you feel about this person. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, God Angels. No, this is someone you left behind. So I feel like this is somebody that they cause, you know, too much drama or something like that. I feel like you felt tested with this person. You're leaving that situation behind. There's someone who keeps an eye on you. You know, this may be an ex. And they had commitment issues perhaps, or they were very sort of like wishy-washy in their energy, maybe even ghosted occasionally. They were here and then they weren't. There's someone here who's trying to come back in, but I feel like you're moving on from that. You're embracing somebody new, and there's going to be a spark of passion with somebody. It's going to be chemistry between you and someone new. This person may be a little bit younger than you. Don't let that put you off, I would say. But it cannot be that this person's energy is sort of younger. It doesn't have to be that they're in age, but I feel it brings a little bit of excitement into your world. The Moon card, this is your current position: uncertainty, fear, personal growth, transformation. So you may feel that you're going through a major metamorphosis in your world. You're starting to learn a little bit more about you. That tends to happen when we actually reach a milestone birthday, or we reach any birthday. We start to contemplate our soul path, our reason for being, our progress so far. We start to measure how far we are in life according to our age. And sometimes we look outside ourselves and see how other people are doing as well. Be mindful that your journey is yours alone. We do not need to compare ourselves to other people. The Moon card also is about self-reflection. Okay, so I definitely feel like you're in this month in particular is all about the inner world, your inner world. It's a card of mystery. You trying to understand yourself more. Some of you may be compelled to go into like your imagination and really sort of romanticize situations of how things should be, but are not. Some of you, you know, you may be looking at the chaos of the world and saying, you know what, this just brings so much anxiety and so much fear. And whilst you're aware of the situation and you long and pray and wish that things were different, you are aware of the impact it's making on your energy, and you may feel like stepping back, withdrawing from it to protect your energy, because it makes you feel like you have sleepless nights, or you're not you're absorbing negative energy and it's just draining you. Okay, now the Moon card also indicates, sorry, I just stopped because they just asked me to look at the bottom. Amours et doubleurs. I probably said that completely wrong. I don't know what that says. No, it says amours et douleurs. D-O-U-L-E-U-R-S. Now, I don't speak French, so you know, I'm probably saying that all wrong and really butchering the French language there. So I do apologize if that is your language and I've just said everything wrong and horrible. I do apologize. Amours. So love and... I'm going to have to look up that word, but they're telling me that word is important. D-O-U-L-E-U-R-S. So I'll look it up when I get out there. Obviously, that word means love. I'm going to look up this word when I get off the reading. But I feel there's an energy here of loving yourself, implementing self-care routines, really looking at your value and realizing that actually you're very important. very important indeed, and that you are actually appreciated by a lot of people. The Moon card is also an indication, because they're showing me the dreamscape, that you are in a dreamy state of mind, and actually that helps you manifest so heavily during this month. You won't even believe it. Now, the Moon card indicates that there are hidden opportunities aligning themselves with you right now to make progress, but you can't see it. And you may have felt moments of despair that you're not moving forward. But the Chariot is the external circumstances. Suddenly, you're going to be headed in the right direction. The Chariot card is about success. It's about breakthrough. If you've been lacking in energy or motivation, you find the confidence you need, the discipline you need to be successful and bravely approach your goals and sort of accomplish them. This is a card of conquest. It's a card of taking control of the reins. It's a card of victory, okay? You are sort of, how can I put that? Sustained effort is what they're showing me. Also, there's a realization in the month where you realize you are sort of powerfully moving towards something that you want to accomplish, but also there's no reins here, so destiny is also involved. There's something fated that you're meant to accomplish, that you will accomplish, and you're going to realize that this was always meant to be. It was always meant to be. So, for example, if you meet someone suddenly, in terms of love, you will realize this was a fated relationship. It was always meant to be. You're always meant to be at this place at this time to meet this person. And if not, there was an orchestrated other time where you're meant to meet it. Same with the job opportunity, because I feel like you're going to be very creative this month. You're going to be very productive in a very positive way, but I feel like you are stretching your boundaries, doing things differently. And the Chariot card indicates success, but it also indicates choice. There is a directional gauge here. It's a triumphant breakthrough on something, but I feel like you are in control of which direction you take. So you're going inwards for answers, and all will become clear. You will get the answers you need. Now, the fear here indicates, you got a Wheel of Fortune, and this is a hope and a fear position. And the hope and fear is like, is this my destiny or is it not? Am I on the right track or am I not? I really feel that you're asking for answers here, and your guides will show you the answers you seek. They're showing me the tennis game again, okay? So maybe this is a symbol. It could be a symbol of keeping balance, you know, between the positive and negative energy, or it can also be that you're giving as good as you get. Every time an obstacle comes your way, you're really like, passing tests. But I really feel tennis is actually a symbol for you over the next 4 to 5 weeks regarding some sort of good news, good fortune that comes your way. Because tennis, they're also giving me an energy of tennis being good fortune, attracting money, earning success. I mean, tennis players are handsomely rewarded for being good at their game, good at their serve. Also, very famous people or very wealthy people always sort of, the good ones, tend to tell you that they found their wealth when they are of service to other people. So if you work in services, for example, you're going to be attracting a lot of wealth. But you're not doing it for that reason. You're doing it because you enjoy it, because your heart is connected to it. But destiny is intervening to bring you an opportunity or a lucky break. This is a card of things working out perfectly for you. Despite, it's almost like whatever decision you make, it's going to work out in the way that you want it, okay? The fear here, though, is that things are a little bit chaotic right now. So, for example, if you're embracing change in your career, you may need to or want to go and get a new job because you feel like you're working really hard and you've been in this position for a while, but your wages are stagnant. They're not moving. And in order to make more money, you may decide, you know what, I want to stretch myself. I want to actually embrace a new adventure and at the same time, multiply my finances. Nothing wrong with that. And you may feel like, though, the world circumstances are a little bit chaotic right now, and you may feel like, well, maybe there's no opportunity. But you're going to be surprised because what is meant for you will never pass you by. So you'll put your resume out there and you'll attract opportunity. And the universe has got your back, okay? This is a cycle of good fortune. And I feel like dream of all the possibilities that are available to you because you are capable of accomplishing them. Also, there's going to be a lot of random moments Let me see if I can pick up on one of them. One moment, please. Okay, this is the most strangest image I'm getting right now, but I'm going to give it to you because this is what they gave me. They're showing me an artichoke. An artichoke, you know, I think it's in the vegetable department. The artichoke sort of falling or rolling out of something, falling onto the floor. I mean, you may even find one on the floor. An artichoke looks almost like a flower that's like, you know, almost like a lotus, kind of like all closed up, and then it's, so artichoke. Such a random image to get. I mean, you may be listening to this reading, cook an artichoke, and it just fell on the floor. Or artichoke on the floor. I really don't know what that means. So I'm going to have to leave that there. There's going to be the strangest image. I get the most strange images, and I have to decode the energy or the image. And, you know, sometimes I'll get a voice come through and tell me, but, you know, most of the time I have to decode. So I do apologize that I can't quite grasp that image for you, but maybe look out for it. You know, you may be in the mall and then someone like reaches for an artichoke and they drop it on the floor, and then you're like, oh, there's the moment. It means good fortune is headed your way. Okay. So, yeah. Now we have the Hanged Woman, male or female, not a gender specific reading. It's about the energy, but the Hangman or Hanged Woman energy is about perspective. Okay. You can feel sometimes you're in limbo, working hard towards something, and you're always having to wait patiently for success, but know that success is coming for you. Also, you may be patiently trying to see your life from a new perspective and seeing if there's an alternative route, an easier way to get to where you want to go. Because the Seven of Pentacles can also mean, is there another strategy? How can I open myself up? I'm at a self-evaluation period where I feel I deserve better. Is there a good exchange here? If I'm putting all the effort in and I'm not getting a good deal out of it, then something needs to change. So I feel like you're looking at exchanges. Again, you know, you are a sign of balance. So that is something that's really going to be your focus because it is your season. So the Hanged Man also, or Hanged Woman, indicates an end of old ways, releasing restrictions, anything that's holding us back, and embracing the new. Even if you've been in a place of pause, remember there is purpose in patience. It gives us an opportunity to really reevaluate our circumstances to know the next step on our direction. So when you feel things are stagnant, it's for a reason. It doesn't mean things are not happening for you. It's actually so that you have a moment to pause, reflect, and make sure you're on the right path or you're ready for the next step, okay? Also, if you can see this particular, so interesting, this card in particular, that is like a spider's web there. Now, spider's webs represent good luck, good fortune, and capturing a dream. And they gave me earlier this energy of capturing a dream, okay? Because it's a dream catcher, right? So dream catchers actually are sort of styled on spider's webs because of the nature of the webbing, the way it's all put out. It's really great at capturing the flies, of course, for the spider, but I feel like you're capturing a goal or dream, something you've waited a long time for, because the Three of Wands and the Hanged person basically says you've waited for this, and the Seven of Pentacles says it will be worth it. Seven of Pentacles is like you sort of counting your blessings, seeing the exchange, accomplishing something that you've planned, okay? This is you satisfied. But I feel some of you may actually have like a desire to set up a second stream of income. Some of you may even be compelled to set up your own YouTube channel, things like that. And you're really thinking about what means something to you before you do it, okay? What will be your identity, your voice? How will you present your ideas to the world? Also, the Seven of Pentacles indicates you'll save a little bit more, okay? Something you've been saving for, perhaps. Some of you may be saving for a car. You might buy a new car, for example. I'm just going to pull a card on the fates for you, okay? I'm being called to pull a card, the fates, and then I'll get the three cards, and I'll pull a card of the Page of Wands as well. One moment, please. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, God, Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Librans? What do they need to know? Two of Cups. Okay, so this is something you're attracting. It doesn't have to be love, but the Two of Cups does mean, you know, some sort of proposal. You're attracting what you're vibing at, the frequency you're vibing at. So if you are attracting love and you're wanting love, that is what you're going to get in this month. I mean, that song literally said it as well. You know, whatever you want, whatever you need, or something like that. So the Two of Cups is also, you know, attracting love or attracting a proposal in a career. It basically means harmonious exchanges and balance. It can also be a card of understanding that you need to vibe at a certain frequency in order to attract a union between you and either a contract, a career, you know, an accomplishment, a friendship, a love relationship. It's about reciprocity. It's about the effort you put into something and what you get out of it. Okay, I'm going to go one more. Okay, 2 and 3 of Cups, something to celebrate. So very interesting energy. You know, you're going to have something that you're going to celebrate. You're going to tell your friends about. They're going to be really excited for you as well. Some of you, as I said, are attracting a new love. There's going to be a spark between you and a person. And I feel like you may meet this person on an event with friends or a night out with friends. I definitely feel this energy of you having fun and attracting somebody through those means. If you are looking for love, if you're already in a union, I feel like there is something to celebrate for you and your person. Whether it is you're deepening your connection, or suddenly you hear that you're pregnant, or you realize you're pregnant, or suddenly you and your person, you know, have saved for the thing that you want to accomplish. There's definitely an energy of good times in your relationships. I mean, your 7th house is starred, which means there's balance, there's harmony, and there is, you know, good vibes in relationships and friendships. Let me pull a card on the Page of Wands. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Librans? Tell me about the Page of Wands. Tell me about the Page of Wands. The Death card, new beginnings. Okay, so this is about coming out of your comfort zone, releasing old narratives or old habits to embrace new, making space for new energy. Anything that's stagnant, you're leaving it behind, and you are pushing boundaries. You're being bold, experiencing new situations. Anything that's been going round and round in circles, it's a cycle for change and transformation. And finally, let's get the 3 cards for you for the month. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide the Moon card? Uncertain times, sudden movement, as in you finding a way through an obstacle, using your intuition. I mean, the Moon card, it's all about using your intuition, of course, and self-reflection. That is your energy right there, Moon card. You're getting it again. Also with the Moon card, hidden opportunity. So it can mean that you're really talented and really gifted in some area and you haven't really tapped into your full potential. Like you may be an artist or a singer, or you know, you haven't realized your full creative potential. You're going to as you move throughout October. 9 of Wands. So another 9 here. 9 of Wands indicates you've struggled, but you're not giving up. It means you're strong. Also, the 9 of Wands can mean caution, uncertainty, reevaluate circumstances. And you got that sentence, you know, tennis meaning take heed or something. And they give me 2 cards here. 2 of Swords, uncertainty, but fate intervenes. I mean, you're getting the same energy, even though I shuffle the cards with a different deck. 2 of Swords says go inwards for intuition during stagnant times, or during situations where you have to consider your options. Okay, she's blindfolded. She actually blindfolded herself. That's the history of the card, because she wants to use her other senses, her intuition, her instincts, because she's about to discover new lands in the background there. And the swords are up because she may be feeling a little bit let me start again. She may be feeling a little bit defensive. She may need to feel the need to protect herself because she's about to do something new, but she needs to check in with her intuition to make sure she is guided to the right decision, because this is a card of considering options. Also, the 2 of Swords is about duality. Okay, so some of you, you know, if you are meditating on something, trying to find answers, you may find balance and adapt or be flexible to the changes that are occurring around you. But know that the changes are for the good. The Wheel of Fortune indicates the universe has got your back and good times are coming. This is you turning a page, having a new chapter, and good karma heading into the mix. So there's going to be a lot of lucky breaks, something you've been working really hard on, you've been persisting on, you're not giving up on, something you were uncertain whether it's going to show up for you. You're wondering whether all your hard work is worth it. The answer is yes. Okay, the answer is yes. You're headed in the right direction. There is a breakthrough for you and a very positive outcome. Now, they're just giving me an image of a bear right now. This may have even come up in a reading for you before, but bears, they represent endurance, strength, protective energy, thriving under difficult circumstances. Some of you may feel responsible in home life, perhaps, to take care, because you always think of the mama bear. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Grand Angels. Can you please guide? Now, with your introspection card, which is, of course, the Hermit card, and you've got the inner teacher and the intuition card, I am not surprised to see the Lion, the inner calling card. Okay, inner calling. So everything is inwards for you in the month of October. And of course, we have B, community. So we've got Lion, higher calling, and it says, you have within you all the courage you need. Let go of the past and reclaim your majesty. You will find success and contentment with those by your side. Make noble choices for your life and for your tribe. So again, there's this protective energy, trying to provide for not just yourself, but for everyone, make sure everyone's okay. And we've also got B, community. And it says, you are a powerful creator. Now you've got the creatrix card. So yes, you are a powerful creator. It says, your work blesses everything you touch. Be open to receiving sweetness. You are the queen of abundance. Now again, male or female, not a gender specific reading. It's about the energy, but you are attracting abundance at this time. Remember, the sunflower actually moves with the sun. And the sun is the most positive energy, the life source, the vitality, not just on the earthly plane, but in tarot, the sun card is the most successful, happiest card of the deck. So I feel like you are going where you feel happy. And some of you are going to be really busy doing what you do, but I feel like it is to protect, not just protect your energy, but also to protect those around you. And I see you sort of receiving rewards for something you've worked really hard to achieve. You know, that Seven of Pentacles tells me you're working hard towards something, but it hasn't shown up or it hasn't been rewarding for you right now. But B, community, indicates sweet reward is headed your way, into your direction. I'm just going to go and get a rune before we close. My God, one of these runes is super hot. I feel like it's this one. Whenever I get the super hot one, it's the sun, okay? And there it is. It's the sun. It's super hot in my, I feel with energy, and it's super hot to the point where I'm going to have to let it go. I mean, some of you may be actually, just going to ground myself there. Some of you may be booking a vacation or to somewhere warm. But the sun, again, is success. It is enlightenment. It is movement forward. It is victory. It's also clear vision. So seeking answers within, you're going to find clear vision within yourself. And this one, I can't quite grasp this one. I'll have to look at this one because strength. Okay, this is the strength rune. You're in a really good position. There is stability here. This is about solid foundation. Even in uncertain times, this is divine intervention and knowing that you're in a really solid foundation to meet any obstacle head on. Okay. So yeah, I will leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you, my beautiful. I've only stopped because they've just given me more French, okay? It's like est complete. I think it means, I'm not quite grasping it. It's really muffled and it's kind of like, it's really distant, but I feel like it means and completed and complete. Or it is complete. I feel it is complete, actually, est. EST, complete. It's complete. I'm going to leave that there because I'm not good at French. So I don't know why. You know, I'm loving that my guides, sometimes lots of different languages come through and everything like that, and I have to decode the energy because I don't know all of the languages, right? So anyway, I'll leave that there. I hope something resonates for you. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press that little bell. It lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very, very important for me too. Sorry, I just picked up on someone sneezing. So if that's you, you know, Gesundheit, bless you, whatever it is that you say. So if that was you sneezing, yeah, I just picked up on your energy, and that's why it made me go, you know, so I'll leave it there. Thank you so much, my beautiful Librans. Love and light.